It's one of the things that most impresses foreigners when they go to China today. You arrive, say, at the Pudong airport, you could take a maglev train toward downtown Shanghai at 430 kilometers an hour. You get to Shanghai, spend a day or two. Say you want to go to Nanjing. You take a high-speed train to Nanjing. Nanjing and Shanghai are as far apart as Boston and New York. Today, most of the trains between Boston and New York take about the same amount of time they took 100 years ago. So it'll around 4 hours.
A little faster.
The SL is a little faster when it works.
Yes.
Same distance in China, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Big deal. It's a big change. Blown away. Here in Boston, our biggest infrastructure project is a 4-mile extension of the Green Line to Medford from Lechmere. You know this. You know, it's a 19th century trolley line. Here we are in the second decade of the 21st century, and it probably won't get built because there are too many lawyers. This stuff gets built in China. It's impressive, moves people around. What does it actually do for the economy? Short term is clear. Short term, big boosts in late 90s, late 2000s. How do you judge it as an economist?
Well, there are a number of related things going on. First thing I think one notes is the first 10, 12 years of these programs probably increased productivity of the economy. The Soviet style of investment was to neglect transportation, and China basically adopted that policy. When you traveled in the countryside, I mean, the highways, maybe the main trunk highway would be paved, but it would be 2-lane. And all kinds of fairly major side highways would be gravel. So, you know, there was a real neglect. The railroads were the same as they'd been for a long time. And yet you had all kinds of, you know, huge demand now building up for services.
Twice the number of people, for one thing.
And of course the airports weren't much. I mean when I first went in '74, the Beijing airport was probably smaller than Morgan Hall.
That's the hall where we're meeting here at the business school.
Yeah. And so there was a huge gap in infrastructure that China basically filled during this. So it went from having no high-speed highways to having around 50,000 miles of high-speed highways. It's slightly longer, I believe, than the U.S. interstate system. Same basic idea, though. We'll find out much later how good the quality is when, you know, I mean, the issue is whether they can maintain it. As you say, the high-speed railroads, they're going to have high-speed railroads where you can go almost anywhere in China on a high-speed railroad for long distances. I think the only time I took the train all the way from Hong Kong to Beijing, I think it took us, I think it must have been about 48 hours. Now you can do it in, you know, you can get to Guangzhou anyway in whatever it is, probably 8 hours, 9 hours.
And Beijing to Shanghai in 5 or
less.
Yeah.
No, and of course you have new airports. I mean, everybody has new airports. You know, I've been in various provincial capitals that you would never, you know, Xining and Qinghai, Guiyang and Guizhou, all with brand new fancy airports. Not that many airplanes coming into some of them. I mean, they're, you know, these are quite big, modern buildings, and they're very comfortable. Built way ahead of demand, but nevertheless, you know, meeting a real need. So that infrastructure program, just across the board, was in some sense a necessity.